You can see here the Trizuli River. They built the road and dug out mud and lorry loads. They just dump into the river, just above here. So the whole Trizuli River is brown. Fish might have a hard time to find their food. Much better now after the initial Kathmandu road. Much less traffic, or at least faster driving, much better road. And very typical, you can see here deep valleys. That's the Trizuli Valley, the Trizuli River, who cut over all its thousands or millions of years into this rock formation and built this valley. And left and right is steep up, and there are villages up there. Because traditionally villages would not have been down here because there are no fields to grow their crops. So they are higher up. So we just have 4,599 kilometers. That means we just did 100 kilometers when we left our Ritz Nepal office in Kathmandu today morning, Easter Sunday, 31st March 2024. And I'm on my first day trip towards Jumla. This time around I take a different route. Usually I drive from Kathmandu to Daubise, which is about 32 kilometers away from Kathmandu. And then I go left up over this hill range, and actually two hill ranges, up to a pass where we have installed a smokeless metal stove in 2003, and they are still using that in a hotel, cooking for chia, dal bhat, that's rice, lentils, and seilrot, some sweet. I often visit this family to see how that stove is doing. And then down to Hetauda, and then all straight 3 hours, 4 hours straight to Butwal, where I usually spend the night on the first of 3 days towards Jumla. From Butwal, I usually go to Nepalganj. Nepalganj, we go to the smokeless metal stove factory, Reach One, to see how they manufacture the stove. Is the quality still good? How are they progressing with the time? And so on and so on. And then I go up to Surkhet and up to Gorase, which is on the way to Dailek, where I usually spend the second night. From Gorase, the next morning, the third day, I usually make it in 1 day till about 4, 5 o'clock in the evening up to Jumla Bazaar, where we have our Ritz Nepal Jumla office. A nice 3-day ride, each day 8 to 10 hours driving. But this time around, I do it differently. I go from Kathmandu to Pokhara, as right now that's the road, that's one of the main roads, especially for tourists as well, because Pokhara is probably the second most visited place for tourists after Kathmandu. And then from Pokhara I go to Baglung, From Baglung I go to Burtibang. From Burtibang I go to Moscot. And from Moscot there is a road north towards Dolpa, Dunaj. And from there is one road, dirt road, which goes over a 4,000 meter pass to Jumla district. And that's the one I want to drive. I have never driven that, so it will be interesting. New. It should take me also about 3 days, maybe 4 days, because I don't want to hurry. Yeah. Never drive close to a car, not because of braking, but because of the holes in the road. There are stones on the road, there are deep holes in the road, so it's always good to have a free road ahead of you. So you can speed down the bike or even brake way before the hole. Everywhere they build roads, as you can see, and where they build roads, you can see there on the right here, you see all these rock falls. So it's very rough how roads are built here with dozers. They just bulldoze the soil, the trees, the rocks, all away. The foundation is usually not so good, especially not in these remote roads. Maybe not even needed because they are not very often driven. This road, probably the most driven road, though should have a much better underground base because it is heavily used. Stop recording. Start recording. Eh? If you drive close behind a truck or a car and you want to overtake, drive right behind their wheels, because the truck driver will also avoid big holes and rocks. So you're at least more sure that, or more likely that you don't hit a rock or a hole. That's where the cable car goes up. That's maybe now 10 years they have a cable car there going up to a top where there is a temple. So for many it's a pilgrimage or just a sightseeing place. Well done. So Muglin is not very far anymore, where the road left goes down to the Terai, to Narayangat, and that would not go on to Butwal and then to the Indian border, or right to Pokhara, where I will be heading. The nice thing is the motorbike, you can always go very front. can see here how they build the road. The dozer they cut, and now we have to wait till they finish it, or at least for some time. Stop recording.